What if I told you the most dangerous person in the room isn't loud, isn't angry, isn't even trying to win? What if the real threat is the person who stopped needing validation and started needing certainty? Because anger is noisy, pain is emotional, revenge is obvious. But there's something colder than revenge. It's doctrine. It's when someone doesn't just get hurt, they get changed. Not "I'm sad," not "I'm mad," but "I now understand the rules of the world, and I'm never letting it happen again." That's when a person becomes quiet. Not because they're healed, because they're focused. You can always tell the difference. An angry person wants you to feel what they feel. A disciplined person wants you to pay for what they learned. There's a moment people rarely talk about. It's the moment suffering stops being a wound and becomes a framework, a blueprint, a lens, a law, because violence hurts. But what breaks people isn't just pain, it's the meaning behind it. When suffering is random, people grieve and eventually recover. But when someone is harmed with intention, when their pain is used like a tool, something different forms in their mind. They stop believing in fairness. They stop believing that good intentions protect people. They stop believing that things will simply work out. Instead, they start believing in systems, in incentives, in prevention. They don't want comfort. They want control, not ego control, survival control. Most people think the dangerous person is the one who snaps. But the real threat is the person who learns, the person who realizes emotion is a currency, and the world charges interest. So they stop spending, they stop reacting, they stop offering free chaos, they become unreadable. And that's when people start calling them cold, but cold isn't the point. Predictability is. The world isn't run by the strongest people. It's run by the people who can make tomorrow happen the way they planned it. That's real power. Not strength, not popularity, certainty. And certainty is built two ways, by force or by belief. Force is obvious. Belief is invisible. And invisible power is always more dangerous because people defend it like it's their own. They die for it, they vote for it, they betray themselves for it, all because they believe. So when you hear the word power, don't picture a throne, picture a story, a narrative repeated until it becomes law. That's why the most dangerous leaders aren't the ones with weapons. They're the ones with a reason, a holy reason, a destined reason. Because once someone believes they are chosen, every cruelty becomes necessary. This is where the real war begins. Not between good and evil, between accountability and belief. Because belief without accountability is how monsters get permission. And the most dangerous monsters don't look like monsters. They look like saviors. They look like people doing what must be done. They speak in moral language while committing immoral actions. They call it destiny. They call it duty. But what they really mean is this: my suffering gives me the right to control reality. Here's the part people rarely admit. Sometimes the person who survives that world becomes like it, not through violence, through method, through patience, through silence. They stop needing applause, they stop needing emotional closure, and revenge stops looking like fire. It starts looking like paperwork, like closing an account, like removing a threat. No celebration, no drama, just completion. So here's the real dilemma. If someone hurts you, and you learn the system, and you become capable of controlling the system, do you use that power to heal, or do you use it to prevent? Because healing requires openness. Prevention requires suspicion. And if you choose prevention long enough, you might stop protecting people and start controlling them. So ask yourself something honestly. If your pain turned into a doctrine, what doctrine did you write? If this made you think, subscribe for more truth. And tell me in the comments, what's more dangerous, an emotional person or a certain one?